space that you guys can rent on demand for as little or as long as you need it. It's a simple idea of our company. We have mobile technology that lets you unlock the space. But at the end of the day, we have 200 locations in 10 cities. Has anyone here heard of Breather before coming in? 6%. That's why we're here, trying to let you guys know who we are. So the idea of Breather is really built from something I'm sure you guys can feel. Traveling for work, doing business at a coffee shop. Doing work at a coffee shop is a terrible experience. A lot of times working at a WeWork is also very busy. So it can be you guys just getting through an article that you've been meaning to write for, say, 3 weeks or so, or it could be a whole team's offsite meeting. We also have a ton of other use cases. A lot of photographers use our space. We had a company offsite today from Lululemon. A bunch of local marketing folks came in. We worked with a brand marketing team to try and figure out how to grow for Q4. We also had a small clothing upstart. They did their product photography in our space today. So the use cases range. We also had some wedding engagements happen in a Breather. We've had artists use our space. We've had actors even practice their lines. And so it's creative usage. But if you use a Breather, it's only your space. It's going to be quiet. You can focus. You can get work done with either your team or your friends. Got any questions?
Very good presentation, very easy to understand. I like what you're doing because I need Breather. I need your company. So please let me get your business card before, after we break or something. Excellent company and good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
How did you come up with the idea?
Well, it's not my idea. I have to throw that out there. I'm the GM here in Boston. This is Sydney. He's our marketing manager here in Boston. The original idea was formed. Our CEO wrote a series of books, and he was traveling across the country. He just couldn't find space to focus. He'd want to meet with friends in new cities. And the whole idea of grabbing a coffee and sitting down at a coffee shop is totally booked. That's not a great experience. So originally the idea behind the company was space to work, meet, or relax. What we found is not everyone's going to spend $40 to sit and hang out with a friend. What a lot of companies will do is they'll spend $600 in a day to get everyone off-site so they can focus on a problem. So we've moved a little bit more towards the corporate off-site type use case.
Are you guys going for more of like the medium, large enterprise approach, or are you going for consultants and both?
We focused on what we call a solopreneur for quite a while, but large companies like Microsoft, Facebook, Uber will use our space. They'll use our larger spaces. They'll use it for longer, so there's a lot more money there. But we still want to solve problems for small companies. A lot of therapists use our space. Our number one user in Boston is a career coach. So anyone that can look at their business and say, I charge $200 an hour, I can get a space for $30 an hour. It's pretty easy math. And for folks that work at WeWork, you don't have anything to worry about in terms of paying rent or electricity, things like that. So that ease of use is also a factor.
So you said that there were 7 spaces so far in Boston. How many are in New York? How many in Montreal? And are you looking to expand beyond those 3 spots?
Right. There's 7 in Boston. We'll have 7 in 2 more months. So Boston's growing very fast. New York has about 80 spaces. Montreal, I believe, has about 20. So across the network, there's about 200 spaces. We're growing at about 30 per month.
Do you have interest in expanding beyond those 3 sites?
Oh yeah, we're in 10 cities. So we're in DC, LA, Chicago. We're in London, Toronto. Bunch more. Yep.
Do you own these space, or is it like Airbnb or rent it from other people?
Good question. A lot of people will look at our spaces because they look kind of like Creighton Merrill designed your living room. That's kind of our brand theme. The spaces are mostly ours. We own and operate most of our spaces. We do have a marketplace model where if you have extra space, we can do a rev share, so long as the space is available for a certain amount of hours per week, so long as you can clean the space after every use, and also if you can furnish it that's on brand with our company.
Do you offer any of the other services that would go along with an offsite, like if someone, food, AV, that kind of stuff?
Yes, we do. So we're trying to build a product called Breather for Teams. It's meant to really save an office manager or an executive assistant who's planning this whole day. Sometimes can be a fiasco. So we can work with you to get catering there on time, coffee there on time. We're also working with some parking partners and also Uber and Lyft to get your employees to the space and back as quick as we can.
How many people in your spaces accommodate? Do you have like lots of diversity and sizes?
Yeah, so our breathers are in small, medium, large, and extra large. Extra large is really an event space, so we could have space this large. In New York City, we have many. In LA, we have large spaces that even have roof decks, so they're great for cocktail hours or wedding showers, things like that. In Boston, we have some small spaces that fit 2 to 4 and everything in between. One more question. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.